Good morning, guys. Jake here. It's a cold 22 degrees out there with snow flurries. Of course, that means all the animals' water is frozen up, so just getting around giving everybody a drink this morning. And was listening to some of the YouTube channels as I was working away out there. And I'm going to give a shout out to one, Keith Brooks. I'm going to leave a link down below in the pinned comment and the description where y'all can go check out Keith. I'm not going to bring in 2022 with a bunch of rainbows and hearts and all of that kind of good stuff, guys. We know where this thing is going, and it's not going to get any better. I tuned into one large YouTube channel this morning, and I got the 10 predictions of what he thought was going to happen in 2022. I turned into another YouTube channel, and the guy was in full military dress out there trying to tell you that you need to be stockpiling food. I turned into another one, and he's in full military garb out there trying to build a campfire to make some coffee. I hope that y'all are choosing better channels than that at this point. Just because they have 100,000 subscribers does not mean they're giving you good information. So go check out Keith below. Small channel, but the guy speaks a lot of logic, thinks logically, and is probably far ahead of many of the other people here on YouTube, and very well aware of what's going on. But on to my video this morning. I was listening to Keith, and he said something that I have been thinking about for quite some time and telling y'all about as well. And it's the point I want to keep driving across to y'all. The group, the mag, people, neighbors, whatever you want to call it. The way Keith put it was direct and blunt, which is what I try to give y'all. You're either gonna pick your group now, or they're gonna pick you later. Now, the reality of the issue is, guys, you need to open your imagination to the worst possible scenarios you can think. You look at what's going on today around in the world, in the major cities, and even in the countryside. The criminals are running rampant. All right, I mean, where do you need to go to see the major headlines of any major U.S. city? The murders are up, theft is up, rape is up. I would surmise to say that today probably the slave trade is going greater than it ever has before in history. So as bad and crazy as things are right now, imagine that when the rule of law is totally gone. I mean, when it's realized that we are off of the hill and things go really crazy, your worst nightmares are going to be coming true. And you're basically going to run into four kinds of people out there. And this is just the reality of it. This isn't the movies, and the real life things that are going to go down are not going to be like the movies. All right? Four kinds of people that you're going to meet. The 4 W's. All right? Let's start off with the wise. The wise ones are taking advantage of the situation now, preparing, stockpiling, having a plan, making that group, meeting neighbors, foreseeing what is coming and preparing for that. You can go anywhere, not just on YouTube or mainstream media. All of the large countries, World Economic Forum, the UN, all of these big organizations are telling the world that there is going to be a food shortage. There are supply line issues. I don't need to read the headlines to you like a lot of these other channels. You're very well aware. Okay, those are the wise people that are taking advantage of this time now to prepare for what is coming. You have the weary people. Ones that are maybe not so sure, maybe I'll go along with the program, maybe I'll try and put a little food back. They're worried about everything that's going on. They're not really preparing, but they're not worried about what's going to happen. Those people are going to be statistics. They're not going to make it. You have the weak, and I don't want to pick on elderly or the young, but the reality is the elderly and the young just are simply not going to make it. That is the reality. Everybody's heard of the statistics. If there was an EMP in the U.S., 90% of the population would die within a year. That means a family of 4, 3 of y'all are not going to make it, and likely the 4th may not make it either. Are you prepared for those scenarios? It's very likely that people close to you and around you are not going to make it. They're going to die. Whether they be weak or just elderly or feeble or not being able to deal with the situation at hand or travel or whatever it may be, there is the weak part of society. They sit there with their hand out, they let the government help them, they don't prepare. That list is long in that category, but there are a lot of people like that are not going to make it. And you have, last but not least, the wicked. Not just the criminal element. I mean, everybody knows of the criminal element. They see what's going on today in all of the cities. The gangs, the people coming across the border, whoever it may be. I mean, the murders, killings, rape, it's all on the rise, all right? So when the masses are turned loose on each other, the wicked are going to come out of the walls like cockroaches. Normal people that would not do things will be doing wicked things to other people just for food and water. Again, your worst nightmares are what you need to be considering. What are those roaming bands of hordes of people going to do to your wife and children? Look back in wartime. History will repeat what's happened in the past. I mean, most generally the men are killed, the women are enslaved, the children are retaught or killed. Imagine all of that. Okay, it's coming. It's just a matter of time. So if you haven't figured out that you need to be putting food back by now, keep watching those prepper channels. If you want to hear how 2022 is going to be, keep watching those other prepper channels. If you want to talk military lingo and have all the latest military garb, which is just a few % of the population, and the rest of that military lingo and stuff means nothing to everybody else out here, keep watching those other channels. I suggest you look around, find some people like Keith right here, and listen to what logical people are saying. Just because they got a big channel don't mean they're telling you what you need to know, and you need to wake up to the reality. It's fixing to get bad. It's coming fast. I won't give no dates, but we are definitely running out of time. And you need to figure out which category of those 4 W's that you are in. Because just like Keith said, you're either going to pick your tribe now or they're going to pick you later. And you may not like it when they pick you. Heads up, guys. Stay safe. Take care out there.